I'm here with Coach Aaron Christian of the Chucky Doak Black Knights, and we're going to do the rewind today, Coach. Got the big win. North Green came to town, beat them 55-25. Could you just kind of tell us a little bit about the game, how it kind of played out? I know it was close in the first half, and big play happened to start the second.
Yeah, they did a good job of, scouting us out and had a few little trick plays they ran in the first half, and were able to get a few of those big plays off for scores. Kept it real competitive in that first half. The second half, we came out and Bryce got a little bloodied up in that first half and was in the locker room at halftime getting all pumped up, and he came out and took that opening kickoff to the house, and I think that changed the whole mood of the game. We felt like we could really start to pull away right there and kind of go for the throat a little bit and make sure we took control of the game and we got the win out of it.
Great. Let's talk about some of the play, some kind of primetime players of the game, things like that. Let's start with Bryce this time, because I don't know if we'll have enough time in this video thing if we went by yard. I think he had well over 300 yards of offense, including that kickoff. Just kind of tell me what he gave you.
Well, week to week, he gives us that home run threat. The play calling and the situations we try to put him into are plays where we can get him to that secondary. He put a move on a safety or two, safety in the corner, and he can take it to the house. So our offensive line did a great job of getting out there, getting him to the edge, and putting him in that situation where he can get by that secondary and take it to the house for us.
It's great. He started off that second half with that 85-yard. That just took the air out of this side of the bench, this side of the field. That's for sure. I thought the play of your quarterback Brent Knight was pretty encouraging. That's a tough spot to go into first time ever starting a big county game like that. Tell us what Brent gave you.
Well, Brent, he came out and really managed the game well for us. I put as much on his plate as far as checks and things to look for in the defense as I would Chris. Brent's a really smart kid, and I felt confident going in that he could get us in the right situation. We didn't put a lot on him as far as throwing the ball goes. We only had 3 pass attempts, but when we're running the ball like that, you really don't need to throw that much. So, but Brent did a good job. Especially this is his first year playing quarterback. We just moved him in August from receiver to quarterback because we needed a backup. And he did a really good job. Scored his first touchdown ever. He said he was really excited. Said he never even scored one in Pee Wees. So.
That's great. What a great story that is. Another good story was you had a position change with O'Brien Cox. I know he moved to the defensive end position. And tell us what he gave you. It looked like he gave you a boost to chasing that quarterback around a little bit.
Yeah, no doubt. Our game against Cumberland Gap, the secondary gets a lot of the blame for those passing yards, like we talked last week. But we got to have a pass rush. You can't let the guy sit back there all night and pick you apart. So we felt with moving O'Brien from strong safety down to defensive end, getting that speed off the edge makes him hard to block, and the quarterback doesn't really have a lot of time to sit back there. And he did a good job. He chased that kid all over the field Friday night and ended up finally getting a sack there at the end. Had quite a few hurries and maybe a knockdown or two. So we were really pleased with the position change. Probably going to be permanent for him as long as we can stay healthy in the secondary.
Great. And a story we were talking about earlier was a great story about Charlie DeBella. And they tested your secondary, and Charlie stood tall a number of times. Can we talk about his play?
Yeah. Charlie was filling in for a player that was out for discipline issues and took over the starting free safety position for us. We really worked with him. We knew we were going to run a lot of cover 2, so we worked that cover 2 drop, making sure Charlie knows to stay on top and keep guys in front of him. Ended up coming up with the interception. The quarterback kind of threw it up while he was getting hurried, and Charlie made a really good play on the ball, stretched out, and kind of made a diving catch for us. Also made a nice pass break up on a guy running down the sideline. It would have been a sure touchdown if Charlie wasn't in position.
Great. It was a great game, Coach. Appreciate you doing the rewind.
Thank you.